What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Countdown, a top 10 show with me, JPO. It's around the beginning of the month, it's about the halfway of the month now, actually, but we had to talk our bad movies of the year so far. So we pivoted about a week or two to talk about about a monthly tradition we'll have for a little bit now. Our least favorite movies of a certain year. We talked the year that was 99 last time, so we bumped it up a decade, and we're talking the year that was 2009. But again, these are the movies we didn't quite like. Hi, Pez, you're here.
I'm here. It wasn't. When I was looking up just movies in general, this wasn't a particularly good year for movies in general. I'm sure if I had to make a 10 best, I could, but it was a pretty rough year for movies overall. So there was a decent amount to choose from. Now, one quick caveat, JPO. A good chunk of these movies I've only seen like once in the year of 2009, and I've not watched since then.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do my best
fair.
to recall like information from it. There's only a couple of these I've seen multiple times, so I just want to throw that caveat out there. Some of these were so bad, like I never want to revisit them again, so I'll just put that out.
Oh yeah, no, totally fair. No, I'll even do like the same forewarning myself. I'm not going to be able to go into super length on some of these. I'm just going to know. I'm like, I remember this movie sucked.
I remember being in the theater, this movie being a miserable experience, that sort of thing. Like, like that's about the best I can do for a few of these.
No, that's fine. Just say what you can, and no quotes on being short, long, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. Richie, you've also maybe seen some bad movies. Well, now, how you doing?
Yeah, there's a lot. Unfortunately, a lot to choose from. 2009. Bad. Not a great year to be a cinephile. Not a great year to be a horror fan. We'll get to that. But look, I like talking bad movies. That's we dichotomy. Being negative is a positive experience. On here,
it's cathartic. Sometimes to talk about the bad movies. It just is.
I've seen over 200 movies, so lots of movies came out this year. We'll figure out which ones we like the least. Pez, what's your honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions?
Dishonorable. Let's go out of 5. I got All About Steve. Saw it once. Just remember being like, the Oscar curse, I guess, continues, Sandra Bullock. This was your follow-up to The Blind Side? Good choice, agent. Whoever came up with that. Not very bland and boring. Survival of the Dead was like George Romero's last of the Dead movie that year. Easily his worst of the 6. Just unlikable characters, really kind of bland setting. Not much going on there. Old Dogs, really old lame jokes, just bad gags. It was like Boomer the movie, which wasn't terribly fun. Lovely Bones, I remember being a pretty miserable experience in the theater and being like, really, Del Toro, this is like your follow-up to like Lord of the Rings and King Kong? Like you made this just really kind of disheartening movie, like where you're a bad guy is super obvious with his pedo stash and like just these goofy
Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci, and like I just remember being like really just a bad movie. Like I don't know how else to describe it, just being like, ugh, this is unpleasant. It's not as bad as the sequel, but for this list, Paul Blart Mall Cop was still a very lame Kevin James movie, and it's like it was like watching a PG Die Hard movie and being like, what was the point of this again? Because I saw a much better Mall Cop movie called Observe and Report that would be on my best of the year. I really like that movie, and this movie just has no bite, and all the main gags that were even amusing were in the trailer. So I was like, I got to the actual movie and I was like, well, that was about as good as the trailer predicted. So not very good at all. So Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Richard, what do you got for some dishonorable mentions?
My Bloody Valentine was 3D. One of Jensen Ackles. Not a great remake, and big. You had to have his counterpart in Supernatural, Jared Padalecki, also had a bad horror remake in Friday the 13th. Also not great. Let's see here. You also, I Love You, Beth Cooper. Ooh, I don't love you. I don't love you. This movie, right? The Goods, Live Hard, Sell Hard. Remember that movie that Drew Piven and Kim Jong showed up
I
at Raw?
I kind of like that movie. That's fine.
Yeah, several moments.
Yeah.
2012. Roland Emmerich. He hasn't made a good movie in a long time, and it just keeps getting worse. I'm sorry. Is the reason why? Yeah, Moonfall was his last film. Not giving any money. Not giving him any money. And look, this might not count. This might not count because technically I think it just released on VOD, but it's still one of the worst ones of this franchise. The Book of Love, American Pie Presents. That movie sucks. It's the worst one.
First of all, it totally counts. Again, you're on the Peersco. I'm not just talking theater movies.
Survival of the Dead was straight to DVD, and I bought the DVD because that was the only way I could see the new George Romero zombie movie. Was it came straight to DVD, and I remember going to Best Buy and buying it when it came out in 2009, and then going home and watching it. So, like, I would think, yeah, it's our list as long as it came out that year, it counts.
Yeah, no, yeah. Remember what channel you're on, Reggie?
Yeah, the book of Love isn't good.
It is a great song though.
Yeah, I thought it was the worst one, but then another one came out a few years later. So, and it's still not great.
On my dishonorables here, I got a movie called Hit and Run. A girl thinks she kills Kevin Corrigan. He's not quite dead. It has like one or two moments. Otherwise, it just kind of peters and it's not very good. Exterminators. It's like Heather Graham and Jennifer Coolidge are mad at one of their husbands, and again, just not very funny. Not a good movie here. The sequel to Cabin Fever 2: Spring Fever sucks. It's not very good. I'm not a big fan of most Cabin Fevers. This one is not good. Has anyone ever seen Little Hercules with Hulk Hogan and The Big Show and Nick Hogan? Because that's a thing that really exists.
Awful.
Yeah, there's a point where Big Show's talking in the toilet water because it's because it's a different dimension. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then Little Fish Strange Pond was Zach Galifianakis. Sort of. That's one of those movies where he's definitely the third lead, with the DVDs his fucking fat face in the middle to fake you out, so don't get faked out because he's not truly the lead of that, and also just not funny. Pez, what you got at number 10?
My number 10 is a movie that I know people like this franchise, or people probably like this first movie, and it was a phenomenon, but I don't like Paranormal Activity or most of the Paranormal Activities, and I'm sorry, I remember even in 2009, the hype being around it very similar to Blair Witch Project with this marketing campaign, and then there being a lot of oh my god, all the audience reactions. It's the scariest movie ever. Look at all the people screaming in the theater. I hate those commercials, by the way. It's so fake. But yeah, going in the theater, sitting down and watching Paranormal Activity, being okay, I've heard so much about this movie. I'm ready to see it, and just being bored to tears for an hour and 10 minutes of this movie, just being okay, is this movie seriously going to be us watching stationary camera footage of these people sleeping? Because I'm sleeping. Holy shit, is this all this movie is? Oh my god, the sheet blew up a little bit over her foot. My god, it's the most terrifying movie ever made. I kept waiting for okay, are we gonna do something? No, we're just gonna wake up and we're gonna talk about
the sheet moved.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't.
Oh my god.
And by the way, the door slamming is again one of the things that happens in the last 10 minutes of the movie, because the only thing that happens is in the last 10 minutes. With a lot of bad found footage movies, it's the same way. Nothing happens for an hour and 20 minutes. In the last 10 minutes, something happens, and literally the only thing that happens is the dude gets thrown at the camera and the girl walks around creepily, and that's it, and then the movie's over. So I remember just I didn't understand what the hype was. I didn't get why people were liking this movie. I thought it was coma inducing, and I still think it is. And they spiced it up a little bit in 2 and 3, trying to do other types of cameras. At least they tried to be inventive and have a little more things going on. But man, this movie, you can tell the budget's on the screen, because they literally just do nothing for an hour and 15 minutes of this movie. And I've never been behind this one. So I'm sorry. I don't like Paranormal Activity. Sue me. I don't care. I don't like it.
So you're saying you're not going to see the reboot in 2027?
Jeez, no.
if it does something, no, because you're not alone. I'm with you on it. No, this is one I heard a voice through. Just all the word and the buzz, and I even was an early thing. Like I'm on the original DVD, like end credits where like 1,000 people are, like a bunch of people are thousands. You have to like pause it real quick and go, there's my name, tiny lettering up at the bottom.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was the only reason because I blind bought the DVD because I was like, all right, hey, fucking, this is cool, and my name's supposedly somewhere. Yeah, that's fucking it's that. I didn't have this on my list because stupid Letterboxd. Yeah, it is wide release now, but I've 2007 on my thing. On Letterboxd, yes, I have it at 118 in 2007. Richie, what you got at number 10?
I'll take movies that sound like an X-Men porn for 100, Alex. I'll take Into the Storm. Into the Storm. I got along the list because I had fun with this, but my God, these characters fucking stupid in this movie. It's got the guy who plays Thorin from Lord of the Rings, and Sarah Wayne Callis, who, I know from TV for Prison Break and Walking Dead. Basically, there's a storm in this town, mainly this high school. These characters make really dumb decisions. It's quite, the effects are quite shit, and it's not a great time. Again, it was on the 2009 list that I looked at. That on the wiki it says 2009 in film, and you scroll down. Anyway, so far we're not great when we're putting two movies.
No, it's all those. No, because like totally the main Paranormal release was 2009.
2009.
Like the festival release, it's one of those shitty things.
Yeah, I know. So like the only sort of.
Actually, no, though. Sorry, I'm actually.
You're looking up the wrong movie. You're looking up the wrong movie.
Dude.
There's a Brendan Gleeson movie called Into the Storm. Yeah.
Oh God damn it!
He's
looking at the wrong movie. He saw Into the Storm on a list, assumed it was this movie, and there's a Brendan Gleeson war movie called Into the Storm about Winston Churchill. So you look at Richie, you made an oopsie.
Richie, what's your number 10?
I just remember, I did an honorable mentions for. Just put 2012 in there because 2012 was bad.
2012, okay, that's fine.
That came out in 2009, right? It didn't come out in 2012.
God, I hope so.
No, 2012 is a 2009 movie, yes. Damn, now we're all going to question I know Paranormal Activity wide release in 2009. I know that. I checked that. It made one horror festival premiere in 2007. That's why Letterboxd.
There's nothing in 08. It looked like too funny.
Stupid movies with same titles and shit. Anyway, but yeah, okay. Well, I won't go there, but yeah. 2012, but based on this like theory that the Mayan calendar end in 2012, so it's going to end. But this is again. I mean, it's quite. I could copy and paste some of my criticisms for Into the Storm. This characters making dumb decisions, effects not great, and I just Roland Emmerich had he's sort of get the studio gives him heaps and heaps of money, and then it's just he makes bland movies, and with this bland characters, and everything's just completely boring. And this is what should be kind of very Independence Day like it's not. It's just not fun at all. It sucks. So there you go. My definite number 10 that was definitely planned. Number 10, 2012. And hopefully came out in 2009.
I had that at 106. Coming in at my number 10 here is, hey, did y'all ever see the Donnie Darko sequel? That's Darko coming in at number 10.
I've seen the poster a lot of places, never clicked on it to stream or bought it.
Come on, what are you slacking? You're slacking. No. That's a real thing that came out several years later. Again, following the kind of DVD trend of like, let's go for something people have kind of heard of here. It does a recast. I gotta feel bad for that. She unfortunately passed away recently, Davy Chase, as the sister here, but it's such a meandering. If you think the first movie is a little bit like meandering and like, kind of like emo-ish, boy, does this double down on that. Again, no Richard Kelly involvement here. You're missing all the like great side actors as well for just a really meandering, boring, bad screenplay of a Donnie Darko sequel. Darko. Pez, what you got at number 9?
Again, I've only ever watched it once. The only one I've seen of this franchise is the final one, more than once, just because it's a fun drunk watch. But Twilight New Moon happened in 2009, and I again watched it later because my ex was into these movies, and kind of like burned through the franchise just to kind of rip the Band-Aid off. But yeah, like I remember just like sitting down to watch this, and man, it's like 2 hours and 10 minutes long. It's one of these movies that feels 3 hours long while you're watching it, because they're just having. Is it possible for Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson to have like less chemistry in the sequel than they had in the first movie? Because I think they do have less chemistry in this one, and it's supposed to be like the continuation of their love story, and like this love triangle with what's his name, Abs McGee, Taylor Lautner. Like, just he's just constantly has his shirt off in this movie. I don't think he keeps his shirt on for more than 2 frames of this film. It's just like it doesn't work, and they just double down on kind of everything that made the first one bad. And I understand it's based on bad source material from the lady who wrote it, but they just like gut everything out of the first movie. And at least the first movie has moments where you can like laugh at how stupid it is, but this one just gets like lame and you're just bored. A lot of my movies on my list are just boring. Which is like some of like the worst crimes you could commit in theaters, is just be boring, especially for a lengthy runtime. So, it looks terrible. Oh my god, I forgot how bad his wig was. Taylor Lautner, he played the first part of that trailer. He's got like a long hair wig at the beginning. That looks really bad. So I forgot about that. New Moon's not good. But I will say the one out of these franchises when we get to Breaking Dawn Part 2 is funny, like in a drunk watch kind of way. That's about the only one I go back and watch.
I ended up watching Twilight and Twilight New Moon like back to back. So I was convinced to go to like the midnight, the first showing, the midnight showing. So they showed Twilight and then Twilight New Moon right afterwards. And then at one point I did walk. That was enough for me. But me and my friend accidentally walked into Breaking Dawn Part 2 right at the gnarly fight scene. Like, what the hell is this? Sick.
Hey, they got it right. Oh wait, it was just like a dream sequence. Oh, that's lame. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I said 199, so it was very close because I did not like this movie. Richie, what you got at number 9?
Well, one of the obviously huge hits this year is Obsession. And in 2009, I have a movie called like they like to call We Have Obsession at Home. It's called Obsessed with Ali Larter, Idris Elba, and Beyonce. And
that's just a title on
yeah, Obsessed.
Obsessed. And look, I was just like, I felt bad. I was like, I was looking at the writer, and unfortunately, I don't want to. He passed away like a couple of years ago. He didn't have like a great run towards the end there. The last movie he wrote was End of the Road, that Queen Latifah with Ludacris movie, which is not great. This is very kind of. It feels very Lifetime-y. Very. I'm surprised it actually made it to theaters. I guess just because of the power of like Beyonce's celebrity. That's pretty much it. It's cheesy. It's dumb. Idris and they do what they can. Ali Larter plays a good crazy person. Has influence in like fun hallucination stuff. But yeah, it's just so lame. And then the ending is just I remember ending being just wacky, but like yeah, it's a lot on my list because it's fun, bad. It's fun. I'd recommend watching it for
Richie,
fun.
go to the free section of Fandango at home. Like free at the free to watch section. You'll see 100 of these movies every year in the free section of these exact movies of like the love triangle, stalker, lover, like bad thriller. You'll see 1,000 of these in there that are all look exactly the same. This one just happened to make it to theaters because Beyonce's in it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just said 165. Honestly, when I saw this movie, I actually was like, I don't think Idris Elba was a good actor. Like, I'm like, there's a couple movies that early on from him where I'm like, yeah, I'm not really digging this Idris guy, and I've very flipped that script here. But coming in at my number 9 again. Hey, talented people here. My son, what have he done?
I've never heard half of these movies you got in your fucking list. What the fuck is this movie?
So you guys are going for all about Steve
Okay.
Twilights. I'm going for this, baby. Yeah, so this is a William Dafoe, Michael Shannon movie. They try to have fun with like the screenplay. They kind of write a little bit like kind of Shakespearean at times here, but set in the modern day here. It's incoherent. It's another boring movie. I think boring is a major sin in cinema here. They've got some great actors popping up. Michael Pena, Chloe Sevigny. One of the reasons I watched this, Batista plays a cop, so I had to see it. It's an early Batista appearance. But yeah, no, this is just, it really just equals a boring time. The trailer is not bad because, again, you kind of use some of the more juicier moments here, but it is a slog.
This is a Werner Herzog joint I haven't seen, JPO. I was looking
Yeah, I could see they're all trying something weird here. Werner Herzog also did like Bad Lieutenant, so like he daps in some weird stuff from time to time. But like, at least Bad Lieutenant's kind of like fun. I didn't enjoy this. No, these are real movies. See, I know
JPO JPO makes up titles, then he finds AI trailers of these movies online, and then he claims they're real movies. I know, so it happens. I get it. No, it's fine.
I should try that one, see if anyone notices.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So, my Pez, what have you at 8?
I have a movie we kind of very briefly talked about on Jeopardy the other day because of Bruce Willis's bad hairdo. The Surrogates, bad haircut. I saw this once in theaters, so I'm trying to recall what I can about it. But yeah, I just remember it being this kind of, it's got some, nibbles of a concept here about like people going into like a virtual reality and having like a surrogate version of themselves, but constantly just being in like dingy apartments and hooked up to these VR things, and kind of like a Ready Player One situation, but less exciting because people just walk around and like you have like fat guys posing as like model women, or in this case, Bruce Willis is like old and haggard and bald and like, but he goes in here and he has a goofy blonde haircut and like I don't even remember like what the main plot of the movie is. Yeah, I guess it's about like murders or something or a serial killer. I don't even really recall. Like honestly,
it looks like a Aaron Eckhart or something. What the hell is? I've never seen him with the blonde hair before.
He goes into the thing and has like a weird different look to him. Yeah, and I think they even used like goofy de-aging technology at the time or something to try to make him look younger. So yeah, it's got this weird uncanny valley to it. It's just again, I remember just being kind of bland and boring and not being terribly like having again a nugget of like an interesting concept, but just getting into some bland like crime murder plot that I didn't really care about. So I haven't seen it since 2009, so I apologize if I have a lack of details, but I just remember again, boring is the common theme tonight. I remember being bored. So Surrogates makes my list.
This is so far the highest one. I actually have this at 73 out of 2 something. I didn't hate it. Like you said, I know there was definitely one I wanted more from it, but I didn't. I think maybe just also comparing it to like other bad films where I was like, there's a concept here. There is a concept here. So yeah, but I also only saw it the once. Where you got an 8.
Mention at the back that some horror movies were pretty bad this year, including horror remakes and including this one, was the horror remake of The Last House on the Left, which is fucking terrible. I hated this movie. Yeah, that's got Monica Potter, Aaron Paul in the earlier role, and it's Sarah Paxton. Like this, the 1977, I believe, the one is actually pretty. It's pretty decent. So it's good in suspense. This movie's just like gore for gore's sake, and there's like no the decisions they make make no real sense. There's no there's a spoiler for a long movie. There's no way that this girl survives as long as she does. And then that by the time twists and turns happen, you don't care about any of these characters. It's kind of, and it's just bordering on sort of like, kind of torture porn kind of vibes, like like your Hostel and your kind of hacky Eli Roth kind of movie, which is sort of like, I like a slasher as much as the next person. I'm a huge horror guy, but you gotta have a story. You gotta have like some substance there, and like the substance. But if it's just sort of your kind of horror movie for shock value, I'm just like, I'm kind of checked out, and this is what this was.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I had this on 193. I didn't like this. I thought it was irky just to be irky. My favorite moment though was in the theater. Someone kept coughing, and finally somebody would like curse them, like, "Shut the fuck up! We're leaving. You're gonna cough." And then like a solid 30 seconds later, I go, and it got a good laugh. So that was my favorite moment of this shitty movie. I have kind of horror askew here. Stan Helsing. Get it? Van Helsing's shitty son.
Yeah,
is a
I
movie
think I saw this at some
I've
point.
actually seen this. Yeah,
I've seen it. I didn't remember it like existed, so I just didn't put it on my list. Yeah, you're not wrong.
So I've always liked Steve Howe. He was the dumb son in the Reba McEntire show, Reba. So like I was like, all right, Steve Howe. I've always thought he could like maybe lead something. He's funny on Shameless. If you've ever seen Shameless. It's not his fault here. He kind of runs like of a Simon Rex. So I'm like, if only you had better things. You're funny. But yeah, unfortunately here, it's like a bad scary movie, date movie where it's just, hey, look, it's Hellraiser, but we're gonna make him wear a Flavor Flav clock, and that's the joke, or you know what I mean? Like they have all the kind of like very B level or even C level like ripoffs of all the villains. They don't use them to really a good example here. It's a very low denominator jokes here. Kenan Thompson, sadly, another reason I'd probably check this out. It's kind of whatever. And poor Leslie Nielsen too. It's like all he was able to do was like just bad spoof movies for like the last like 15 years, and this is one of the worst that he was in. So, Stan Helsing.
It's bad when you go on the Wikipedia page and the director, you can't click on them because he doesn't even have a wiki article. Yeah, that's not good. It's Bo Zenga.
This almost feels like a fake name.
Bo Zenga. That's a fake name. That feels like that feels like
the real guy directed and went just fucking Bo Zenga. Bo Zenga.
You might as well just do the Alan Smithy thing because that's like the pseudonym they put for everything. If you didn't want your
name,
did
Jim Parsons direct this?
I don't know. Yeah, Bazinga. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I gotta look more into this and see who the hell actually directed this movie. Maybe I'm gonna do that off screen while we're going here. I'm gonna investigate Stan Helsing. All right.
Until that, tell us about number 7.
Yeah, no. Before I do that, I'll tell you about number 7. My number 7 is Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell.
I have it on my screen. I'm watching it. Kinda.
Oh, are you? Kinda. Oh, geez.
In the background. No. It's good in the background. Man. Oh, look, a dinosaur. Whatever.
Yeah, I remember going to see this with a buddy of mine who I used to see with Dagan Briggs, our wrestling buddy, JPO, from Florida. Because I was going to see movies with him around this time, and not every single one, but we went and saw this, and I think it was like the Thursday night premiere or whatever. And Will Ferrell was still like kind of clicking around this time. I mean, the year before he has like Step
Oh,
Brothers, I mean, he's still like,
yeah, it's right.
you know,
It's right
you know,
after that, is not.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, like so he's still on top of his game, and we're kind of like, okay, he's redoing this goofy TV show from the '70s, which even had like a Nickelodeon show in the '90s or something. But whatever, I was like, okay, fine. Will Ferrell, time travel dinosaurs, like Danny McBride coming off of both of them have been on Eastbound and Down, so I was like, okay, like there could be something here. And yeah, man, I don't know what happens, but like this movie again, they have chemistry on the show, but they have like negative chemistry in this movie. I don't know what it was about, like if their styles clashed here, but Will Ferrell is a particularly unlikable character in this movie. He's constantly insulting everybody like around him, so you don't like him at all. He's just a dick in this movie, and he's not even being like funny about it. He's just being like mean spirited. None of the gags work. I remember the special effects being particularly lame. Like, yeah, you see like the crab in the trailer, and you're just like, ooh, that doesn't look good. Yeah, like there's just random gags for the sake of random gags. None of the actual like visual jokes kind of work. Yeah, none of the puns work. It just, I remember just being like, oh my god, I just can't wait for this to be over. This is a pretty miserable comedy, and I guess it has some kind of following. Like I know some people like bring this up occasionally, like that like
Really?
it, but I don't know why. I found like a weird corner of the internet, I guess, that like some people who like this movie, but I'm sorry, I think this misfires on almost every aspect. So no, I found it quite miserable. Land of the Lost.
The trailer immediately ages itself, by the way, with like a shot of Matt Lauer.
Yeah.
So Carrie Webb loves this movie, and the other people that are positive are Mike Hanley and Brian Nussbaum. That's it. No one else is
Of
positive.
course.
On this
Of
movie.
course.
Although,
Yeah.
weirdly enough, Ebert's positive on this movie, though. That's surprising.
Huh.
Yeah, no, I'm not far off though. Yeah, 135. I have this at. Yeah, that's a bit of a disappointment. Like I said, Farrell's been kind of hot at this point. McBride's still not quite like a leading movie actor yet, so I was happy to see him in a movie. And then just like I said, Farrell's not a great character. Some of the set pieces are kind of cool, but yeah, other than that, Richie, what you got at number 7?
Well, speaking of disappointing,
Disappointed. Sorry.
it's like, oh, cool. You know what? Wolverine's getting his own film. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, except it was shit. X-Men Origins Wolverine is not good. It's not a good movie at all. People make obviously people talk to death about the Deadpool thing, but kind of getting rid of his mouth, shutting his mouth shut. Yeah, I mean that was a big error, but like the reason they talk about that and nothing else because there's nothing else of substance here. It's fucking boring. It's a very boring superhero movie. It shouldn't be, and I think no one really looks like they want to kind of be here. The villain is boring. Everything about this is just bland, and they kind of really put all their eggs in one basket because the title suggests that we're going to get more. Like I think we're going to get a Magneto movie, and I think there was talk about Storm, but this did not hit the ground running at all, and it was just I like seeing Sabretooth in there, but no, it was just. I think there's a lot of studio interference in this movie as well, which I still happens to this day, which is fucking frustrating. So yeah, this movie did not work. I'm glad Wolverine was able to get back on course, with subsequent X-Men movies and Logan and Deadpool. So yeah, luckily there's just a sort of blip on the radar. But yeah, it's not great.
I know. Yeah, I have it at 66. I don't want to admit a Wolverine movie is that bad.
There's enough moments in there where I don't have it like on my worst movie list.
I think it's a great disappointment, as you said, but not
it's disappointment. But yeah, it's not quite as bad as something. If it's on, like I'll totally watch it. Like if it's on, it's not that big a deal. Like by the way, Bo Zenga is a Wall Street like banking mogul who apparently executive produced like the original 2, like bankrolled the first 2 scary movies, and then like just ended up being like this,
Oh.
just a guy with money who produced ones, and then was like, oh, I thought making a movie would be easy, and then he tried to make Stan
So he
Helsing.
does that.
It didn't work. He does that, and then like immediately leaves the movie business right after that, just being like, that was really hard. I'm gonna go back to banking.
Yeah.
So that's why he
That was
doesn't have a
wrong.
Wikipedia page. I was incorrect. So and that's all I could find was like an article called like the accidental mogul or something. Some
That's
goofy
funny.
article I was skimming through. So
Yeah.
there you go. Anyway, sorry. I mean, interrupt you.
No, fantastic.
I was looking at it.
My number 7. Let's talk more about sequels that shouldn't exist. Still waiting. The sequel to Waiting here. I think the first one's very overrated. There's just some of the jokes don't really are not my cup of tea, but I get to a degree why people like it here. You got a great cast here. And that's where this movie actually also really kind of does it wrong. First of all, everyone but Ryan Reynolds and Dave Cook do return. There's even like quick Justin Long, a little bit of Louis Guzman. So, you do get the cast back to a degree, as well as some newbies. But what it's missing, especially from the first one, is, for instance, I didn't even realize this again until I had looked at it. It's another Steve Howie movie I have to shit on. Sorry, Steve Howie. I really do truly like him. But 2009, he made some bad movies that I didn't like. He's kind of like the new, I don't know if you'd say like the new Ryan Reynolds or whatever, but like, unlike Ryan Reynolds, who is kind of a piece of shit in that first movie, he's still Ryan Reynolds, so you're still kind of charmed, but you don't hate him. This one's just kind of like more nastier and like more in the vein of like, oh, I really don't like spending time with these people. Like it again lost what little bit of charm that first movie might have had to still keep you engaged, and just doubled down on the grossness, where it's not a fun time in my opinion. And yeah, just really like I don't think that, like I said, the first one I think is overrated. This one I think is barely watchable. This was a bad movie. What you got, Peasant number 6?
My number 6 is it's not only not higher because I'm pretty sure I slept through half the movie in the theater. So it's Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel, which I saw with Dagan. We took his daughter, who was like very young at the time, to go watch this. No, he had his daughter was very young at the time. She was like 5. So like we took her to see.
Which one again? Squeakquel, or which one is this?
The Squeakquel.
Squeakquel. Okay.
Yeah, the Squeakquel came out in 2009. And I remember some plot about like, and I remember going to the movie not really knowing anything about it. I just remember the first one sucked, but I was like, okay, whatever. We'll crack on it or something. But like, man, is this movie just ADD noise for like 4-year-olds? Like it has some plot about like a music group and a rival chipmunk music group or something, which even makes it even more annoying because there's just like more songs and like bullshit and just noise. And yeah, it just this movie is only made for a specific group of people that just want like a parent that just wants to sit their kid in front of a TV and just hear noise for like an hour and a half. Because like these movies, I don't know how they got 3 of these damn things. What's the other one? Like Chipwrecked or something shit like that?
The Road Chip.
I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't know. Like, look, I'm JPO. We're Kevin Smith fans, so I love me some Jason Lee in the right situations.
Yeah, I know.
You can tell these were like, and I'm sure even he would admit, like, hey, the paychecks were probably pretty good. Like it probably bought him a house. I'm sure, like, he paid some bills, and did his thing. But yeah, these movies are only for a very specific set of people. And I remember starting to like crack on it, but I quickly just like tuned out. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep for good chunks of this movie. And I think even the children in the movie like fell asleep. Like this movie stinks. It's not good. So I would have it higher, but I don't remember like half the movie. So I'll just leave it at that. But you still make it because that half I saw was terrible.
Yeah, I have this at 171, right after Old Dogs. So I liked it a little less than Old Dogs. That's Richie, what you got at number 6?
It's so weird that even to this day, they people go, okay, so we need to make a movie that's like, like that the kids would enjoy. What are the kids like in the 80s? Like Alvin and the Chip, they still do that.
The kids that weren't alive then, let's make another movie for them that they won't know.
Like He-Man, probably bombing because no one knows what
the Smurfs last year. Jesus, man.
But anyway, my next one probably also just fits into disappointing, but like it's not really a good movie, but it's bad. I had to put it on this list because it's just such the outlier in the franchise. The Final Destination. it is bad. Like you don't care about that. It's like the worst cast. Like the budget, it was clearly slashed because the special effects look garbage. These effects are shit. Like, like you notice it right away when they're at the whole like the the killing at the speed track. I noticed when obviously the very preposterous scene where he gets like the guy gets stuck at the bottom of the pool, gets his intestines sucked out. But yeah, it's like like you don't care about anybody here, and it's just like like it's just lazy. It just it and like I don't know. It tries to it just doesn't fit and doesn't fit into like the kind of lore of the other ones properly. And I just wasn't a fan. I'm glad this franchise is so weird because then they came back with the fifth one, which is one of the best in the franchise. So I don't fucking know. It's like I don't get it. That's pretty rare. But this, like even you look at this, it looks very straight to DVD. This game, so yeah, this movie sucks.
Straight to DVD. Hold my beer.
JPO,
Wrong Turn 3.
keep that trailer handy.
All right, I'll hold on to it. I don't hate it as much, evidently. I got it at like 80, 86 is what I have it at.
Okay.
But I got Wrong Turn 3, Left 4 Dead here. That's another franchise I've never really jived with here. But again, this is definitely the epitome of a bad movie as well, of a bad sequel. The characters suck here. They're annoying. They're not fun to watch. There's tropes. There's even some weird editing too in this one as well that they tried. I don't know if the guy's just trying to be fancy. We don't get his real Arturo on, but like there's slow motion stuff that doesn't quite totally track. One or two kind of okay direct to DVD kills, but this definitely says "Hold My Beer" to Final Destination.
Guys, did you know it's unrated? Unrated.
You know it's a bad movie. Every trailer I found was like 40 seconds. There's not a full length trailer out there.
You know why it's here's a hint for anybody watching. It's unrated because it's straight to DVD. You don't have to submit those to the ratings board for a rating. That's why it's unrated. Doesn't mean
also
shit.
a very bullshit advertisement.
Wow, they flagged. That's all they've got for that trailer. Unrated. And
that's all they got for 40 seconds because they can't. They don't have 2 minutes of good shit to show you. All right, well, we're in the top half, y'all. 10 is number 5.
Well, I told you to keep it.
Oh, is it the final? Yeah, sorry.
My number 5 is the Final Destination. So yeah, we're not far off, Richie. I watched it again not too long ago because me and Wolfman did it for one of our monthly mistake drinking games. So yeah, it's still like pretty fresh on my mind. But yeah, even going back and watching it for that, when I was putting the drinking game together, boy, did they use death and dead like a lot in the dialogue too. It's a really lazy script, like super lazy, where they literally just sit around and do exposition dumps. Yeah, everybody is like a bland, like budget dime store knockoff of some other A-list actor. They just have nobody here other than like Michelette Williamson is like the only person that's like known in this movie. That death, by the way, that they just showed in the trailer. Yeah, there's this whole build-up where she's walking around like a beauty shop and there's all this like cool stuff you could do, and then the punchline is she gets hit by a rock. She dies. Like I remember just being the absolute lamest death ever in this franchise. I'm just like, that's the quality of shit you get in this movie. Richie's not wrong. It's like I don't know what happened to the budget, but yeah, all the deaths are like really bad digital blood and like people getting squashed like Looney Tunes style in this movie. Like people getting squashed by rocks and like squashed by tires and just like it's.
I almost expected someone to come out with like a massive mallet.
I swear, if they got hit by like an anvil out of nowhere, like a Coyote cartoon or like a boulder, somebody gets shot out of a slingshot. Yeah, like it's really bad. Like it's really bad, like Looney Tunes shit. Like I like these movies, usually do a good job of doing sort of the Rube Goldberg, one thing leading to another, but usually it ends in like a cool death or some big gory kill or something like that. But yeah, it's just it's head scratching how, and I hate this movie all the more because this could be an almost perfect perfect franchise if not for this goddamn movie. This one fucking movie, like, this is preventing this one from being right up there with like Evil Dead is like one of the best franchise that has like, you know, no bad movies except for the fact that this movie exists and everybody knows it. Like, ask any Final Destination fan, if they don't have this movie at the bottom of their list, then they're mentally ill. So yeah, it's the Final Destination. It's very bad.
I'm just thinking of like a doctor being like, "What's your least favorite Final Destination?" They say in another movie, "Oh no, this one's he's a sicko. We need to."
Yeah.
Richie, what you
I'm
got
being
at 5?
facetious, by the way. You're not mentally ill if you like a movie. It's fine. I'm being
Okay. If you
Disney
didn't know
takes the
that,
leg. Yeah, I know. I'm
then you're
clearly being
mentally
like,
ill.
I'm clearly being sarcastic and over the top. Like, you know, if you like movies,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But like, I just mean like,
No,
yeah,
of course.
facetiously. I'm gonna look at you with a side eye if you say like this is like your favorite movie in the series. That's all.
Richie, number 5.
I mean, I should have had low expectations going into this movie, given like what we had got previously from these guys. But hey, they were still shit. My number 5 is Dance Flick. Remember? Yeah, it was like, hey, let's do dancing movies. It's Freeberg himself. So no, it's just references for reference sake again. And yeah, just like I don't think that like if there is a plot and I can't remember it, it's just what one of these movies that, you know, they just fart out a script like, oh, well, what was popular back then? Okay, just make sure you reference that. Make sure you reference that. Make sure you reference that. We can do a kind of a joke here. Let's get a 5-year-old to write that joke. It's got like Aethel Crockett from I know him from like Wild 'N Out. So, you know, and I like it. But yeah, just you know, all these like actors, you know, they're doing what they can, but the material is just like, yeah, I don't know how they bribe the studio for all this time to get them to get like even a theater release. I'm glad. Obviously, they saw sets and like, you know,
Because it's directed by the Lost Wayans brother, Damien Dante Wayans. So it's Wayans adjacent.
It says from the Wayans brothers.
Yeah, it's not. It's from the Lost Wayans brother. and because technically Sean Keenan and Marlon did like a rewrite on it. So yeah, maybe in a roundabout way it's from the Wayans brothers, but no, it's not.
There was no saving this film. It's bad. Like, yeah, I'm hopefully like parody movies get on the right track. There's been, you know, Naked Gun was alright. Scary movie, man. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this was just another shit movie that's screwing me really bad. Don't get the point of parody movies.
Yeah, I got this at 163. I do think Damon Wayans Jr. and Affion are actually kind of funny. They just unfortunately have much more to do. Better to do. Coming in at number 5. Well, have I talked about that? Oh, I did mention Batista. Okay, because we're going to talk more wrestlers. Gail Kim starred in a movie, guys, called Royal Kill from this year. This is also, sadly, one of the last few Pat Morita movies, Mr. Miyagi. And yes, he did pass away in 2005. So that's also a good sign when this movie took another several years to come out. I don't know if it's because of his passing or what, because like I do feel like his character kind of disappears, if I'm not mistaken, from this movie. So I don't know if he had more to film or if they couldn't afford him for more days. Because I do remember there's at least one character where I'm like, oh, it never comes back. All right. Yeah, and he's not in it very much here. Gail Kim, I do remember, does like one of her. Oh, I love they're actually crediting them from the movie too. That's rare. Eric Roberts from The Dark Knight. Remember that movie you like? Please watch this movie.
Yeah.
I don't think the trailer even mentioned Gail Kim. They just mentioned Eric Roberts and Pat Morita. Gail Kim is the lead.
I'm laughing because Eric Roberts is in it. He's credited as Dad. We can't even bother to give him a first name, even just Dad.
Dad. Yeah. No, he recently talked about an interview. He's like, "Yeah, I'm an actor for hire. You got $500, I'll be in your movie." So yeah, he is definitely someone that will do literally whatever. He'll be on this show if we all chime in, maybe. So yeah, it's not again another boring kind of whatever movie. I do remember she does like one or two of her like moves, which I thought was kind of cool. They incorporated that, so that's like the one time I popped throughout this kind of boring film here. So.
Did you mention? I'm sorry. I was looking up the thing. Did you mention Jimmy Yang was in it too?
That's right. I forgot. I forgot because I don't. Again, what is he credited as? Boy,
Jimmy Wang Yang.
I don't think he's got.
He's
character.
cop number 2.
Oh,
so
thank you. That's why. Yeah. Oh, another weird sign that this is not a good movie. He's not even on the Letterboxd. When Letterboxd doesn't have the full cast. That's very rare. They always have the full cast, unless it's something like this where they're like, "That's not. Are we really going to bother putting the entire cast of World?"
Okay.
Oh God, Pez number 4.
Yeah, number 4 is I've got. Oh, this is bad. I didn't even really notice it until now. I've got 3 part 2s in my top 4. So that's not good. three direct sequels. But yeah, Pink Panther 2 is a pretty miserable comedy from Steve Martin. Yeah, no, I forget this movie exists as well. Like I seem to remember. Yeah, I usually remember he did the shitty Pink Panther movie, but I forgot that it actually made money, and then they did a sequel. And yeah, I remember I thought that first one it's bad, but at least had a few moments. Like Steve Martin was trying. To do something in that movie, it obviously is not anywhere near what Peter Sellers did, with the original ones, and with his physical comedy and his timing. But yeah, this one just fails in every way, shape, and form. Every joke fails. He's more just annoying in this one. They just amped up his the insufferability of this character and how overtly stupid he is. Again, I hate characters that are so stupid that you wonder how they exist in human nature, and he's kind of one of them. You're this guy would not even be a police detective or anything like that. At least Johnny English is still a little bit different because he's almost doing a parody of James Bond, and he's still in some ways here and there outwits the people he's out against, just in kind of a roundabout way. But you wonder how this guy gets anything done at all, and it just it doesn't work. So yeah, it's another one I have not seen since 2009, but I just remember being generally annoyed with throughout the entire movie. Annoying is another kind of running gag. Through 2009, yeah, boring and annoying are a lot of movies in 2009. So yeah, it's not good.
I'm doing an accent. I should be. Are you laughing? I'm doing.
That's what Sacha Baron Cohen is doing right now. By the way, hey, I'm going to do a goofy, funny voice. Is that enough to carry a movie? No, you got to do more than a voice. No, balls up, anyone? Let's just do a weird.
He's doing an RPG movie, by the way. Leading further credence to my theory that he's paying off the divorce.
He's paying off the divorce, yeah.
Oh no, 1,000% with those Netflix ones as the Amazon one, yeah.
Yeah.
Richard, what you got number 4?
You sort of brought up briefly before. Maybe Pez is too nice on it, but All About Steve. This movie, oh my god, it is. I know, these days, Blindside's got a bit controversial because maybe it happened, maybe it didn't, but she's good in it, and she got I'm glad she's probably so glad she had this the same year. But she's a good sport about this because showing up to the war because. Is she annoying in this? She is a very again. There was we just talked about annoying characters. She is just that. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that a human being could be this annoying and then you have any redemption. It was rough, probably each other. It was rough there for Bradley Cooper early in his career, so I'm glad he was able to sort of bounce back.
He at least had The Hangover the same year, so that saved him. At
Yeah,
least.
saved him.
That was a big hit, and people liked him in that movie, so that saved it.
And he's become like a sort of Oscar caliber actor. But my God, yeah, this is I don't know. Like this is just a very just a bad film, and probably just a really tough to get through. And also the producers of something doesn't mean anything. It's just, it's just cringe. Bad comedy is worse than any other any other genre. It's just uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable. So yeah, that's why it's.
Yeah, great stuff. Now I gotta say 157. So yeah, not high for me either. Coming in at my number 4. You guys remember Fat Chris Pratt? Because I do, but I don't miss him when I watch Deep in the Valley. This is a movie where him and his buddy get sucked into like a porno, and that's kind of the most, I would say gist, not jizz. Gist of that is, what's funny about this too is there's really almost like, I don't know, there's not much nudity in this. There's a lot of like bras and stuff and whatnot, which again, I'm not saying you need boobs, but when you're gonna do it, just like go for it. I felt like, so I don't know if they were trying to do like maybe a PG-13 cut later, if they thought they had something or what, because it also doesn't feel like it goes far enough in that regard. It's not very funny here. Even Pratt's not very likable here. I was even looking at the cast too, like again, one of those one-time watches. Like Scott Caan's in this. Where the fuck was Scott Caan? And Denise Richards in like the one scene. In fact, I looked at Scott Caan.
She's in one scene, but yet
Kim Kardashian was in this. Oh my god! Yeah,
Christopher McDonald, Shooter McGavin, Christopher McDonald.
McGavin. I do remember Tracy Morgan again, kind of trying in one brief scene or two brief scenes, but yeah, no, this is another early Pratt, just to kind of finish my Pratt filmography here. Maybe one of his first leads, if not his first lead, but yeah, I'm sure he also too would like to act like this movie doesn't exist. So
the DVD cover is on the Wikipedia page. It looks like one of those bad Photoshop covers that I hate from around that time. Just like plastered chicks. In random spots on the DVD. It's just it's not good. I hate those. All right,
that's number 3.
Number 3, is another sequel. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Look, I'm one of the bigger like Rob Zombie apologists. I stand for a lot of like his movies overall. This is easily like my least favorite, not just Rob Zombie movie, but probably my least favorite Halloween movie, honestly. Like, as much as I don't like some other ones like Resurrection or Halloween 5 or like Halloween Ends, like they at least have like some positive aspects. This movie is just so like drab and mean-spirited, and just like every character is unlikable in this movie. Like every single character is a piece of shit in this movie, including Scout Taylor Compton in the sequel coming back from the first one, and she's a survivor, and like Brad Dourif like as a grieving father is still a piece of garbage. Like everybody sucks. Like, when you open up the movie with like Richard Brake, who's always like an asshole in every movie, but like when you open up your movie with a paramedic or some coroner or something just making jokes about doing things with dead bodies, I'm just like, what are we doing, Rob? Like, why did you make this movie? I think he was like forced into make this because I think the first one was it was like a hit, so like they kind of really wanted to make a sequel, so they let him do like whatever he wanted. And I think I have a sneaking suspicion this was like an FU to the studio, like so he wouldn't have to make a third one. Yeah, I can talk about that. I've had weird people like try to argue against that and be like, no, this was the movie where he really got to like stretch his legs. And I swear I've heard interviews of him being the opposite.
Admitted that like he didn't want to do it too. They kind of forced him. Like, we'll do this. I don't give a fuck. We'll do this.
Yeah, I'll do goofy shit. Like, yeah, I'll do like the mom on the white horse nonsense, and I'll have a big FU where like the craziest massacre sequence for 20 minutes ends up being a dream. So FU, like just doing all the things that would like piss an audience off. And like, yeah, I found it a very unpleasant movie to watch. Again, this movie, JPO, has like a weird cult following. There are people who swear like defend this movie as like one of the best of the series. I don't understand it. I think it does like everything a Halloween movie shouldn't be. And it's just I don't like it. It's just it makes me feel icky like when I watch it every time I rewatch it. Wolf keeps wanting to do this as like one of the monthly mistakes. I just don't want to rewatch it. I find it an unpleasant movie. I don't think it's a fun movie to like drink to. Like we've done like Halloween Resurrection because you got like the found footage thing and Busta Rhymes and like that movie's goofy. Like you can have fun with that. We did like. We did like Halloween 6, like you have Goofy Paul Rudd like doing his lines and like the cult stuff. Like that movie's fun. Like you can like have a good time. I don't want to do this as a drinking game because I don't think it would be fun, and because it's not a pleasant movie to watch. And I've never enjoyed it, for what it is. So I don't know why I've had weird debates with people just being like, no, this is like Rob was doing exactly what he wanted to do and he got to make his movie. I'm like, no, he didn't. He said he didn't want to make
that's them guessing.
No, that's them like putting it on there, and that was literally so he would kill it and not have to do. There was going to be like a Halloween 3D like right after this, like they got squashed and never happened. There's a bunch of Halloween movies that started and stopped and never actually happened. I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be a Halloween 3D after this, like a third one of this franchise, but it never happened, thank God. And then we just rebooted again, in 2018. So I'm not a fan of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and I'll defend almost every one of his other movies, but not this one.
I gotta say 141. My hot take is I dislike 2008 so much that I like this sequel more than the first Zombies because I'm like, you did stop giving a fuck. I like it. Like, because I hated that first one so much, and I was like, all right, he's just fucking doing whatever now. So I dig it in a like weird way. I don't dig it in a weird way. I like it more than the first one because of that vibe. Richie, what you got at 3?
Look, I know you don't want to talk about it more, but put the trailer back up.
Halloween 2, the same one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, there you go.
I don't really add much more, but it's grim. It's just like I don't like torch porn for the torch porn's sake, but hey, he's admitted it. It's like, well, he didn't have much content here. It's just like, that's what I'll do, and it's just. A grim watch. There's no substance here. Every character is redeemable. I don't care if they die. I was looking forward to like Halloween 2, but I don't want a sequel if the creator doesn't want to do one. You know what I mean? Like, I know like Joker 2's like divisive, but I know Todd Phillips was sort of he didn't want to do it initially. I'm like, don't make people do things if they don't want to do them, because it kind of might, you don't be surprised at the result sometimes. It's just there's nothing here. I'm also a big defender of Rob Zombie. I've been a fan of his movies and his music for a long time as well. There's just he can't defend like. I get the only defense is what JoJo said. It's like it's just him just going, oh fuck it, and I can get that, but as when I'm thinking of a Halloween sequel, I wanted you. It's like I like the idea of continuing the story for the first one, which I defend. I really like the first one, you don't get that here. And the idea of a Halloween 3D that tracks because it was around this time period where everything was going to be like 3D because they were experimenting with like 3D TVs.
And Bloody Valentine, as you mentioned earlier,
the 3D TV fad that was trying to happen that never took off. So this really just felt really bad, and I don't really feel like there's bad movies I can watch even if I don't necessarily have fun with them. I don't know if I can watch this again.
No, but both Halloweens you want to take a shower after watching them. They're just so dour and like everyone's a piece of shit. Just everyone wants to rape everyone. I'm not a big fan. I like Rob Zombie he's like Tyler Perry. I love the story and the person more than I like their films. Like their story is great. They seem like dope people, but I don't think you make great films 9 times out of 10. Because I'm sorry, I think Zombie's track record, 31's whatever, the Monsters,
I like most of his early shit. I love House of Thousand, Devil's Rejects. I think those two movies.
That's why I didn't mention those two.
I can defend Lords of Salem. I think has like her best performance she's ever done, and I think that one's legitimately creepy. Like I think he's done some good stuff. I agree. It's a mixed bag. I usually find his movies at least interesting to a degree. I just like this one and the Monsters. I'm not a fan of. I'll say that, but I like more than I don't like. It's probably the best I can say. But it's fine.
Well, before Adam McKay made a movie called Don't Look Up, Fruit Chan made a movie called Don't Look Up. I had to look up that director. Like I didn't know that guy's name. So this is a movie. It's like a film crew in a foreign country. Again, I'm not really even sure why the fuck I watched this. I think maybe because Kevin Corrigan again. I like that character actor, so maybe I watched for him. You get Henry Thomas from E.T. Eli Roth's in this just as an actor. Although again, like in the trailer, they definitely show him, I think, a little bit. But I actually saw a Letterboxd review earlier that was like, this movie has 0 redeeming qualities. Well, yeah, from what I can remember my one-time watch, I do agree. That's why it's number 3. I just remember being bored, not caring about the characters. Most of them are not fleshed out even. Any actor that you kind of see of note, Henry Thomas to Eli Roth's not in that much. So you're just kind of with a couple actors that you don't really know much about. It's a bad, boring ghost movie here. Again, anything that you see in the trailer looks kind of exciting. Those are probably the only moments that it has, and even then it's not very good. Number 2, Pez.
Number 2 is probably the worst movie of that year by a metric. I just hate the number 1 more in my theater experience, and it annoys me to more of a degree. But number 2 is Dragon Ball Evolution, which is probably the actual worst movie of 2009. I'm not even like a Dragon Ball like fan or anything like that. I'm not an anime guy. I do know that this movie is a complete and utter insult to every Dragon Ball fan out there, and they will tell you as much online. This movie has nothing to do with the source material. There's characters in name only, things in name only. It's really a property that should not be adapted into live action, because if you ever see even just the fight scenes from the anime, it's complete like over the top insanity of like people going Super Saiyan and breaking the world in two and like doing all kinds of nonsense. Like there's no way it should be a thing, and instead they turn into this weird like coming of age, finding yourself story, and like with everybody finding going after a MacGuffin that does vague and unspecified things, and just bad fight scenes, bland villains that you don't know their motivation or why they even matter. The only positive thing I can say for this movie is it's like 85 minutes. Like they barely scripted a movie together. This movie killed James Wong's career, the guy who directed Final Destination. Speaking of Final Destination, he directed 1 and 3. Like he's actually a decent director, and this movie killed his career. Like killed his film career, dead. He did this movie. It bombed so bad. It was so critically maligned that literally he spent the rest of his career to this day just doing television. And there's nothing wrong with doing TV, but like when you look at it, you're like, yep, this movie killed his film career. That's a shame, because he had some promise even just as a horror director. But yeah, it's lame all around, and a complete insult to anybody who gives a shit about any of that source material. It's not good. I think it killed a lot of the Razzies that year too. Like from what I remember, This Is All About Steve, I think took a good chunk of them, something like that. But yeah, not good. Probably the worst actual movie of that year. But yeah, I just am more annoyed and bothered by my number 1. So yeah.
I got this at 176, I think, and I'm still somehow like one of the highest people on Letterboxd in our circle, because like I don't know, I like James Marsters, maybe I liked it for him as Piccolo. Yeah. Although like you, I also have 0 attachment to the cartoon. Yeah. So like I am but even then I can still tell it's a bad movie. Just like Last Airbender, I have 0 attachment, but boy, that movie not good. One of my favorite things, I want to go back and just watch a scene or two, because again, no need to watch the movie again. Yeah. Justin Chatwin, whenever he's not talking, stops acting. So he's like, "What are we gonna do, Grandmaster?" And then the Grandmaster talks, and fucking stone faced. Like it's like he thought like the camera wasn't on him or something. I don't know, but like it's hilarious. Multiple times he'll say something with expression, but it will be like a wide shot of two characters, and he'll just fucking stop, like as if he's not even alive, like a robot. Very interesting.
I don't know how to react like a person to another actor.
No, again, I was like, maybe he thought they were on a close up of the other guy, or I don't know what. But yeah, he's stone cold stops. Like he's not like he's just.
I'm surprised that like on the deleted scenes, they just don't catch him on his phone. Like,
he's nodding off. Maybe he's seen his career not go anywhere. I like Justin Chapman too, to a degree. What you got, Richie? Number 2.
Number 2, like we shit on this actor a lot, but for good reason, and he's one of my least favorite actors. And this movie is one of the reasons why, and had no reason to exist. And I'm glad we're getting a new one this year. My number 2 is Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun Li. Oh my god, this movie is fucking terrible. It's just like, there's nothing going for it. Yeah, Chris Klein plays like a cop or something. He is so bad in this movie. He's so bad. Like there's people in like student films who do a better job than he does in this film. Like I don't know what he's going for. It's shot really bad. The special effects are bad. It bombed spectacularly. And it's you talk about faithful to the source material. It is not. It's an insult to Street Fighter and its fans. I don't know if I don't know if the producers or the director even played the game. Why does this movie exist? Why does this get the green light? This is just laughably bad, but it's also kind of frustrating because there's a lot in Street Fighter, and if you just sort of and it's a lot of fun to have in Street Fighter, like even there's a lot to be said about the Jean-Claude Van Damme one, but it's fun. There's not any fun here, and there's again there's a lot of lore in Street Fighter that you could use. They don't. It's just the laziest Street Fighter you could do, and the fact that Neil Donald uses this should tip you off as well.
Neil McDonough.
Neil McDonough, yeah, sorry. Neil McDonough is in this should tip you off. He's been in directed, he's not a bad actor. He's just been in schlock for ages. So, it's so bad. So it just very frustrating, and
this October Street Fighter has a very easy chance to be the best Street Fighter ever, given the pedigree of the past Street Fighter movies. It's not going to be that high bar to cross to be the best Street Fighter movie ever.
Looking forward to it, actually.
Yeah. Sweet Chris Klein.
Chris Klein, man. I don't want to be mean. But yeah, number 2 for me. I got that at 183. Yeah, not either. Open Graves. It brings me no joy to smack talk my girl Elijah Dushku. But yeah, this is again just a bad horror film here. I think something that this and number 3 have in common is that fucking something happened. Please, something interesting. Please, something. Please. And it just, takes so long to get going here. It's not a horrible idea. It's something you've kind of seen. It's fucking Jumanji, an evil Jumanji that starts killing off the characters here. But it's, over contrite. It's very, coincidental. It's boring. Besides her and, like, maybe Mike Vogel, like, I don't care about any of the side people here. It is, again, just a tough one to get through here. Bad CGI. This sucked. What you got? We've talked a lot of shitty movies, folks, but we haven't talked about maybe some of the shittiest ones. Number 1, Pez.
My number 1 is Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
Okay.
This and like Age of Extinction are 2 movies in this franchise that just annoy me to no fucking end. And 2 movies where like I was actually looking forward to it, given the fact that I still somewhat enjoyed the first movie. I think most people kind of do. There was at least some promise there, if not a couple of wonky moments. Like still, like I thought Michael Bay did a decent job with it. So it's like, okay, well he's gonna bring it back, and we'll see what he does. It's just one of those movies that, much like Age of Extinction, just goes on and on and on and on and feels like a 4-hour movie while you're watching it. I swear that desert scene goes on for an hour, like when they actually get there, and it just never ends. It's a lot of just ramped up noise. Like he was like, "Oh, you like to see me blow shit up? I'm gonna blow shit up for 2.5 hours straight." And just nonstop, explosion, loud noise, joke. There's like, there's stupid, like, dumb gags where, like, they amp up even the comedy. Whereas what's those, like, two little racists, like stereo like Transformers running around, like the twins that are awful and just annoying from the first minute they're there, like all the way through the bad movie. The parents have like really weird gags where they're running around a college just doing stupid dumb humor, like bad like sitcom humor, and again the action is shot in such a frenetic way that you can't tell like what the hell is going on half the time. There's no like cohesion to it. It's just like, again, it blow up, and just I remember just being really just like headache and nauseating inducing. And don't get me wrong, when we get to Age of Extinction, that's like my all-time, like, fuck me, like, can this movie just end? Like, the longest movie experience I've ever had in my life, like in a theater, was Age of Extinction. When we get there, like whenever we do whatever it was, 2014 or 15, when we get there. But yeah, this one, I gotta look up the actual runtime, but I swear when I was watching it, it was like, it felt like forever. It just would not end. Let me see. I gotta find out the runtime. I'm sorry to do this. I'm looking, but Revenge of the Fallen. Oh my god, 2.5 hours, almost right on the dot. But yeah, these movies do not need to be longer than 2 hours. Like, you need to get in and out with this stuff. There's just too much plot, too much like garbage going on. I hate most of these sequels. I think there's a reason I tapped out after Age of Extinction. I didn't even watch the fifth one the last night. I didn't watch this Rise of the Beast bullshit. I watched Transformers 1. Fucking no. I hated that movie. I haven't even watched Bumblebee because I don't trust anybody. I don't trust these like trailers. I don't trust this nonsense. I'm tapped out on Transformers. Just no thank you. So I don't like these especially these sequels. I can't stand them. They're headache and nausea inducing movies to me. So no thanks.
Yeah, I think this gets worse. I actually have this 2 notches above X-Men Origins. So I think it has its moments. I like Shia LaBeouf, but like, yeah, it is overly long. The jokes are too weird and out of place sometimes. But yeah. Richie, of all the movies, what's your least favorite?
Well, yeah, you guys might not have been, much connected to the anime or anything, but I was. So Dragon Ball Evolution is fucking piece of shit. I saw that. I was actually visiting in New Zealand at the time, and we went to see with my best friend Adrian, who we used to watch Dragon Ball Dragon Ball together, and we watched this like, what the fuck are we watching? What is this? It's just like, what if we take the world of Dragon Ball and turn it into a John Hughes film? What's going on? It's almost like it's like a director, right? Tried to quit, and they're like, the studio's like, no, you're making the movie. He's like, well, I don't even know what Dragon Ball is. Well, just fucking make something up. I don't know. And then yeah, like, I don't mind Justin Chatwood, but like, he's like one of the worst miscastings in film. This is like, he was given a raw deal. He would be just being part of the story.
What do you mean? He's Goku, exactly the same.
I know. Yeah, the only I want to see even say Saving Grace, but I didn't like Piccolo. But yeah, it is so like, but it's not Dragon Ball. I don't know what this is. It's you can't even call it a fan film because the people who made it aren't fans. It's Dragon Ball by name only, and it is one of the most laziest films I've ever seen. And like just yeah, like I don't know why they kind of expected this to do well. Like this is yeah, like and again I agree with Pedro. I think this like the anime is sort of filmable unless you just do it, like obviously the animated movies that they do sometimes. But you can't do live action. There's just too much going on. So like yeah, I figured at some point someone's going to try, but not. But I figured the person that was going to try would be the team behind it that was going to try it would at least be fans. No. And I would appreciate the effort. No, I don't appreciate the effort. I'd rather this movie didn't exist. Yeah, there you go. This is that waste. It was a waste of my time, and yeah. But then I think the same day we were going to space them out. I think the same day you watched Notorious, and because we were like, we need a palate cleanser. Much better movie.
All right, guys, for my number one, we gotta talk some more wrestling. In fact, wrestlers. I use that term very loosely. It's a movie called Endgame. It is the debut of Kurt Angle, and boy, oh Billy boy, is this a bad movie here. First of all, doing some research, 200,000 evidently was spent on this movie. And I actually saw someone in Letterboxd go, they need to investigate this company because they were definitely laundering drug money. Because there's no way they spent $200K on this movie. I would have been surprised if they had spent 20 or 10. The movie is cheap as shit. The acting is so bad. What?
Who do you think the chick is? Pissed. Who do you think the chick is in the movie?
And then so credit as
I was looking at the fact that there's two movies called Endgame in 2009, so I was confused. There's a whole other movie called Endgame. Yeah,
finding the damn trailer, by the way, took a minute because it's like, okay, William Hurt movie, no, Lord Reynolds movie, the Spanish Game, Modern Family, no, a Rob Corddry movie, no. Like I don't even know why. Like 2012 with John Cusack came up first, Brandon Backery, no, and then Kurt Angle's movie came up. So it took a minute to find that damn trailer. He's the bad guy in it too. The best clip is him dressed up as a clown punching the shit out of a woman. That gave me a nice chuckle because it's just how batshit weird it was. Again, he's bad. Yeah, Jennifer Aniston had one. That's why I said wrestler loosely because she is, of course, credited with the wonderful Charmel Victory Road TNA match. It's considered one of the best of all time. So, this is their acting debut of Kurt Angle, and it's weird because like he's charismatic. We've seen him charismatic on TV and funny in those bits with Stone Cold, but shit, try to make him a straight actor. He can't do it. Funny enough, this director did 2 more movies with him too. This director must love wrestlers because he's done a few movies with them. This thing again, just easily the worst acted, the worst shot. I don't know where that money went. Movie on this list here. It was really. Did I own this at one point too? I might have even own this, which I think depressed me even more. Endgame, the original Endgame, not Avengers.
Did he direct that movie with Psycho Sid and Kevin Nash as well? There was
you would think so. Wait, maybe
because it was.
Oh, he did. He did. And you know why I said no at first? Because the cover of it has again horrible CGI cover of a movie called River of Darkness. I even just want to show it. Fuck. So this movie actually is even worse. And the reason I thought no at first, I didn't actually click share, is because I'm pretty darn sure Kurt Angle never looks like that in the movie. Like you can tell they CGI that head on there. You know what I'm saying? Like that is not a real actual suit from the movie here. Nash and Sid don't they're 80 yard. So they're completely wasted. Well, that's a different movie. That movie, what's worse? Honestly, I think this movie's worse. And that movie was really bad too. What a debate. Endgame is the trash. Well, guys, we've talked a lot of great movies. But But yes, let us know what's on your list. Was it Up, Glorious Bastards?
I think
Fast and
I've
Furious?
saved myself a lot of pain over the years by not being committed to seeing every movie with a wrestler in it. I've saved myself a
It's
lot of pain.
I've
Man
lost a
hours.
lot of hours
Yeah,
watching Gil Kim, Kurt Angle
yeah.
movies. Some early Batistas, LA Slasher with Batista. My
Jared
God.
Leto, he's not great, unfortunately.
Oh, Pez plugs parting words. Oh, well, here, let's see. What's the news bomb got? I'm guessing that's 2012.
2012.
Pink Panther
Yeah.
and Fence, Google. So, a lot of shit that's been talked about already. Planet, 51.
Planet 51,
okay.
the Rock
That's
movie.
not that bad. It's not
Yeah,
that bad.
yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty much stuff that was all brought up by everybody here.
yeah.
We doing 2019?
Are we jumping, or are we going to bounce to another random year? We can like spin a wheel.
I
too.
figure
we can
I
always just
figure
like do.
we'll talk off air. We don't have to necessarily lock it in now,
Yeah.
or we can figure it out after we're off, or we do it now. I mean, who cares? People are watching. You want to do a wheel? What do you want to do?
I don't know. Like, it could be fun to do a wheel too if we spin like anything from like what? Wait, how far did we go? Did we want to
what
go
are the
back?
parameters?
Like, yeah, when we talked about it initially, 'cause we
I'd
did
say
99.
I would probably 90s and above, at least for me. That's I know what you guys think.
I would go like 95 and above. I don't want to go too far back, maybe, because you might
Okay.
get into like dicey territory of like me not just knowing some movies.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would say like that to like 2019 or something. Like, let's make it old enough
Maybe,
to do like a
yeah.
retrospective, sort of a thing. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to go too recent because like
Richie,
we've been
you
online
down with that?
recently. Yeah, it might be kind of fun to just do like random years.
And then all we've done is 99 and 2009, right?
That's it. Yeah. So we can literally, there's plenty to choose from. Yeah. And as people are talking, or as JPO is pulling that up, RIP Sam Neill. One of the greats.
So sad.
He had a movie in 2009 that was good called Daybreakers, and I like that movie. So I'll shout
great
that out.
concept, and he's good in it. Yeah,
good concept. He's good in it. Yeah, like not like an all timer or anything like that, but a fun movie. I can always appreciate a fun take on like a vampire movie. So, good stuff there. I watched my Jurassic Park to pay my respects today. So, always fun to rewatch that. Richie and I, we haven't talked yet about what we'll be doing on Wheel of Movies, but certainly we'll be doing a tribute episode. We'll probably talk off air and figure out what we're doing. But RIP Sam Neill, man, that's heartbreaking. Seemed like a good dude, like one of those dudes that also like you never heard anything bad about. Like you never heard anybody talking shit about Sam Neill. It's just a good.
I hate
guy.
to say it's one of those sad ones too. Watching a couple like retrospective videos of like him at like his ranch and like just like he did like a lot of stuff during the pandemic, like little vlogs that were like super fun. Like I was like, oh shit, I like you more as a human being now. Kind of late, but because I only knew him as the actor, but it looks like he was like legitimately just also a nice dude. Had a really kind of like interesting take too. Like when he knew he was sick, he said in like an interview, like, no, I don't want to talk about it because I got more things to worry about. That doesn't change what I'm gonna do. I got life to live. So like I kind of like that perspective as well.
The trailer for a movie called The Fox is out, where one of his last roles he plays a foul-mouthed magpie. So you check that out. It's funny. It's got him like Jai Courtney, Olivia Colman as a fox. Check that out. Emily Browning.
Nice. Richie, plugs, parting words.
You can find me. I believe I'll be on Clippity. I think we're just going to work that one. Clippity. You can find me on one other part as well. Wheel of Movies, as I said. Lonely Marks will be doing Retro SummerSlam review 2002. It's a good SummerSlam. Spoiler alert. But that would be good to go back and watch that. It's one of the ones I watched a bit actually. That's pretty much it. I was on Jordan's show. So best to worst comedies. Check that out as well. So it's pretty much me.
Don't tell us what to do, Tato. That's not what we're doing. So I guess Sam Neill's in the next Godzilla and Kong. Hopefully, I don't know if he filmed all this stuff, but
it's that one's in vast post production. It's in post production.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
27. So that looks like his last physical appearance on screen. That's listed for next year, and then you have the Fox. Looks interesting as the
finished filming
I like it.
in August. Finished filming.
Yeah, they finished filming a while back because they have to do special effects for like a year on those movies. So yeah, they film them quite a while back.
That's
so
true. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the physical
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, I got everything here 95,
Okay.
96, etc. Just skip 99 and 09. Otherwise, everything's here.
Yeah,
Leave
just
it a
for
little
fun.
bit of sweep, and a spin.
Yeah. Let's see if we can like rattle a few off the top of our heads. Like,
Oh, we're going literally the first year.
95.
Oh, the 95. Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
All right. Well, we'll start at the beginning, or at least our beginning.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll dig in and see. Yeah, I'll have to dig back and take a little look-see at what I've seen from that year. Because what I did for this one and what I usually do is you can go to Wikipedia and see like all the major releases week by week, and I just kind of pull out the stuff I'm not a fan of, and then I put them kind of in an order,
That's exactly what I did.
yeah, that's kind of what I have to do,
Well,
just to remember.
You guys are all slacking because I could literally do the episode right now because I already have a list. It's called Letterbox. I have a list for every year.
I know. I just again I don't like Letterboxd. I know.
Letterbox.
I'm not
Oh,
a
yeah.
stick for
Okay.
Letterboxd.
Yeah, I don't hate my 10, but I hate the bottom of my 10. But yeah, I'll got some
Okay.
movies we can talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, stay tuned. No, not stay tuned. That'll probably be sometime in August, unless we're feeling froggy earlier. But usually we do these about once a month. But yeah, we'll see these familiar faces popping up on maybe ASAD or Personally Marks on Thursdays. All three of us every Thursday talking some wrestling. We're almost done with round one of the tournament here. The only match we have left is the redemption round. Shout out to Filed Under Cool Kids and the Vincent Price Club. They get a second chance in the tournament here for being the highest scoring non-advancers of round one. And that's the only match we have left of round one. And then we'll be bouncing into round two. So yeah, stay tuned.